All right, team. I wanted to share these new templates with everyone and share how the best way I think they should be utilized, and just show you how to access them. So if you go to the desktop, there's a file that says templates. I made a folder frequently used templates. If you double click on that and pick on any template that we think, so for instance, we have a lot of youth athletes on the Athlete Foundation and Baseline program. Double click on it and everything comes up on Excel. Just click on Enable Content. These have what they call macros. I won't get into what those are. As you look at the top of each paper, we still have the drop down menus like we had in Google Sheets, right? That's still there. One thing you'll notice about these, you have these two icons on the side here. These are what we call user forms. The user forms will allow you to print multiple forms for each student. So I want to increase the size on that. We have the first phase and the second phase. They're both 4-week phases. The top one is to save as a PDF. The bottom one is the actual user form. So whoever's name is on here, you can print multiple athletes at once. We're moving forward from the days of printing one sheet at a time. So if you make a mistake, you can this is kind of a delete button. This moves if you needed to print everyone, which you will never ever need to do. And this kind of moves them all back. So whatever names you need to click, move them over to the right and just click print, and it'll print those. It basically, what this does is it copies and pastes everyone's name and puts it here, and it will print it. If for some reason someone's name is not there, let's just say we'll put my kid in there, Brooklyn Jackson. So you'll just go here, click the cell, right click, and we want to click insert. Insert's a row. We will just type in the name, Brooklyn Jackson. You don't even need to do the second part. We'll just say, we'll call our baseline program. And then if you need to go back to print a paper for Brooklyn, you will just click it, scroll down, and Brooklyn is added to the form. We don't have to worry about maxes for the foundation and baseline programs, but you will have to worry about maxes for some of the other ones that we use. So we also have the Strength Mastery, which is great. If you can put a kid's name on the Strength Mastery program, it just makes them feel special, makes them feel, I just think that's a good look. Always click on Enable Content. Some of these are screwed up. Just click. You can either cancel out of this. That's not a big deal. It doesn't affect anything that we do. Same thing here. If someone's name is not on here, then we just add it. Okay, and you're going to want to play with the size of some of these. If you want to send someone a paper on their own vacation or whatever, this is the place to do that. So the same thing with the user form here. So everybody that's in our program is on here. Just wanted to share that with everyone. So let's say a template that we use often is a technique template. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to manipulate a template for someone. Click on Enable Content. Some of this stuff is new. So I just chose a different icon here just to be cute. One thing you'll notice here, there is, if you increase the size of this, some of these are hidden. So one of the cool new features of the new template is that everything is based off of the cell next to it. So for instance, this cell is married to this cell. So let's say you wanted to change it. Let's say someone can't do a hang clean, but they can still do something else from that total body power category. So these are the exercises that we have there. So it's basically our Olympic type exercises. Okay. Same thing here. These cells are married to these, and I don't know what happened to this. I'll have to make some editing adjustments, but these should be right next to it. So if you want to manipulate a template, feel free to manipulate it. Whatever you do, before you manipulate the template, I'll ask that you just save it as something different. But typically, like let's say you have a bunch of kids that maybe are finishing up some testing and they need to go to the technique template. Again, click the user form, and you can, as long as their maxes are updated, you can print them right away. And instead of printing one at a time, this for me years ago, this would have taken hours. This would have given me hours back to my life. So hopefully everybody will appreciate these features. So if you need to add someone's maxes to their template, this is where you do it. So just try to use your alphabet. If you need to insert something, insert the maxes. And again, the user form is going to take that name. It's going to copy it and paste it here. Once the name is copied and pasted, the formula takes over, and it's going to take the name and correlate the maxes and input everything the way it's been designed to do. So this is kind of the new functionality of the templates. There are some other adjustments. Some of the other programs, sometimes we get kids on a 2-day and 3-day program. You're welcome to change that. You're welcome to do whatever you want as long as it flows with what we're doing in the gym. But you can you click this. This is one of the features is grouping it. So you'll see these cells are right next to each other. So if there's something, we try to stick to, total body squat, a push, a pull, and then something bilateral. So these can be all manipulated. You have a lot of different options. If there's an exercise in a category that you don't see that you want to do, then you just click the exercise menu tab, and you can just add something to it, and then that'll show. For instance, let's say I wanted to do, we'll call it a dumbass press. Go to, what pattern did I put that in? That is in an upper body power pattern. So we can change this as well. So we can say upper body power, and then boom, now we can do a dumbass press if that was something you wanted to do. Also, these reps can be changed as well, and they can be changed all the way across the board. So, when making the template, it does take a little bit of time, but, the only thing with the 2 and 3 day templates, these aren't really, they're not periodized. We haven't done that here. That's certainly something we can add, but a lot of our kids that do this are the younger kids. So, if your max is 75, I don't really see the point in doing 75% of 75. So, just keep that in mind when you're designing programs. There's also another template that we created that's in the other templates. This is a little more fancy, but certainly an option you can use. When you scroll all the way over, you've got this big massive looking thing here. Now as you see all these pluses, all these cells are grouped. So a lot of the same principles are in place though. You can still adjust the rep scheme. You can adjust the max at the bottom here, or actually this adjusts the exercise, and then this adjusts the max. So let's say I change this from clean, an Olympic lift, to let's say a squatting pattern. So I would click that to knee dominant. I would click that and adjust it to, let's say, front squat, and then I would adjust my max to front squat. And then the max adjusts, and so do the reps and the weight. This one is a little bit fancy. It's kind of, if you screw this up, it's kind of hard to get back. If you click the program tab here, all of these sets and reps are programmed here. So whatever these cells reference on this side, that information is pulled from here. So if I wanted to do, whatever percentage you wanted to do, it would need to be programmed here before it could get programmed here. So I would save this one for someone that needs something kind of higher level. Another cool thing about these templates are these cells are grouped as well. There are some more group cells. So here you have 3 main lifts, and each main lift has an option to be paired with or supersetted with something else. Also, some of these cells can be hidden. So before you saw that we had 3 main lifts, now we have 4 main lifts. If that's something you don't want to use, then you can just you can hide that cell. As you look at here, we have the accessory lifts. Right here we have, these are kind of supersetted. They don't have to be. That's an option for you. If you click this plus sign, now you have 2 additional accessory lifts. Again, these cells are grouped. So if you want to adjust the sets and the reps, you have to do that from that hidden column there. And that's not just for this one. On the other templates, one click adjusted all 4 weeks. Here, you've got different columns. These are all different days. So whatever you do, it needs to be done all the way across the board. So it's not something I would say that could be done quickly. And then these templates also have an option for a finisher. So, if that's not something you're interested in doing, you can hide those columns. So these workouts, I've tried it on a couple different people, and they tend to get pretty lengthy. So just keep in mind the flow of the gym, and we don't want people kind of killing our time, but definitely something worth playing with. Again, these have an option of bulk printing. So whoever you select will get moved to the right, and then their maxes will get cut and pasted in as well. They also have that option to, let's say, we can click this, and that'll create a PDF if someone was going on vacation or something and needed a workout for the week or whatever. So, so this is the 4-day option here. If you click this is a 3-day option. I also put together a 2-day option with this template, so you can go 2 days a week. So day 1, day 2, the first 4 weeks, and then day 1, day 2, the second 4 weeks. So I don't think I put a user form on this one just because I haven't used this on anyone yet. So whatever you guys want to do there, just have fun with it. This is located on the desktop. I'll create a file, a WinZip file, and send that to everyone. So hopefully that answers some questions, guys. When going through the binders and doing all the papers, I think it's easiest if if we go back to the roster and see where everyone is at. I think that's just going to help everyone. I think that's going to help everyone just be more organized with where people are. But if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a text. I'm going to send this file out to everyone, and I want to answer anyone's question. And if you screw something up, not a big deal. We'll figure it out. I have some backup templates saved, so if we screw it up, it's not the end of the world. So don't freak out. So look forward to hearing everybody's feedback. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Peace.